Welcome to Curious Conversations with Tully and Sarah.
We sit down and chat with business owners, entrepreneurs, and some of the best conversation starters.
This is a podcast about real life lessons and people doing cool shit. Welcome to Curious Conversations.
Oh my God, that's way too enthusiastic for a Wednesday morning, Tull.
Well, we've done the intro about 4 times,
I
so
know.
it's
Thanks.
all good. How are you?
Thanks, Leash. I am great. I'm great. It's the best time of the year. It's December. It's Mariah Carey's playing every single day.
That is true. Have you already put up the tree?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, either have I.
I think it's still in the garage.
Yeah, I actually don't usually put up Christmas trees because I can't be fucked. But because now I have a baby, I'm like, I'm going to have to start putting up the decoration. So I think I'm going to wait until this weekend to put up the tree.
You say that now, but wait until next year when she's crawling, walking and taking...
Mate, next year she ain't crawling. She'll be walking.
That's what I'm saying. The decorations will be off the tree.
Yeah, that's true. But I think I'm going to, just put up a little bit of a tree. I'm going shopping tomorrow with Damien's mum to Chadstone. So that will be interesting because it's also Black Friday weekend this weekend when we record this. So we are very brave. But I just thought it'd be nice for her to have a little granddaughter and me day.
That's cute.
Yeah, it is actually cute.
That's very cute.
Yeah, but it is Christmas time and it is the weather's like actually picked up.
It's good. We've turned a corner.
Yeah, we have.
How did you go after telling everyone that you'd had a few mentee bees?
Oh, yeah. No, actually quite surprised. Like, I really wanted to put that up, obviously, because I said on the podcast, like, I probably share too much of the good stuff in my life, which is normal for a lot of people on socials. So I kind of did want to share that. And I mean, the response, not that I was doing it to get a response from anyone, but I just wanted other mothers to feel seen. And yeah, it was good. I had a lot of mums being like, thank you for sharing that. That makes me feel, better knowing that you struggle because, social media is a highlight reel and a lot of mums were just thanking me and saying, yeah, it's really hard. And then a lot of mums were like, you're doing an amazing job, blah, blah, blah. So that was good. There was a lot of support there. Funny though, my dad doesn't listen to the podcast. He wouldn't even know how to listen to the podcast, but my dad is on Facebook. And I think maybe when my reels post on Instagram, because I don't use Facebook. I actually hate Facebook. But I think when my reels, whenever I post on Instagram, it must post automatically to my profile on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Because then my dad sent me a really cute message. Maybe I should read it because like I said, my dad does not listen to this. But he sent me a message and he said, where is it?
Papa Rod.
Yeah, let me have a look. Keep talking because I've got to find the message.
It's going to take you 10 minutes to find this message.
Yeah. It really is going to take me 10 minutes. Oh, yeah. He goes, hey, are you okay? Saw you talking with Sarah, etc. Nothing is easy with bubs. Keep in touch, okay? Love you. My dad's very straightforward. I just wrote back. I'm surprised he didn't do the thumbs up. My dad always does thumbs up on text messages and like the red one. And then I just wrote back and he said, okay, slow down a bit. We are all here for you both and Damien. Love you. So that was really cute. That was from my dad. And yeah, so it was a good response.
Bless. I think this is a timely reminder. I had dinner with my dad the other night to spend more time with your parents.
Yeah, it's so true.
Both our mums turned 70 a couple of weeks ago. And I think we're getting to the age where you realise they're not going to be here forever.
Mm-hmm. It's so true. And then I try to spend more time with my family because I love being around Rolla and they obviously live in the country. So it's like I think we'll go down like a weekend before Christmas and spend like 2 or 3 days, like Friday to Sunday or something, down there for Christmas, which will be up there for Christmas, which will be nice.
Beautiful.
But yeah, so that was good response. But yeah, other than that, just being a mum.
Cute.
Yeah. But what is news in your life?
What's news in my life?
I think Sarah might be bringing back dating stories. I don't know. Has she been active on Hinge? I'm not sure. Have you?
Have I? Have you ever checked that email inbox?
Why have you been sending
no, because
catfish emails?
So many men tell me that they've emailed that.
Shut up.
No.
So many men. Last time I checked, there was only one. Maybe I will check
because
again.
you checked last year.
No, this year.
Yeah.
You know the password.
No,
check.
I don't.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll check and I'll give you guys an update in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I went on a date.
Why are you being smug? You said you were going to talk about it.
No, I did. I went on a date with a really nice international man. He lives in Melbourne now.
Okay, I've got a question though. If it's international, what if it gets serious? Is he got every intention of staying in Melbourne?
Well, we have those conversations. Like it was a first date. I was like, oh, he's
No,
just
but
moved
as
to
if you
Melbourne.
haven't thought about it.
Well, I'm not deeply rooted here.
Okay. Rooted. Okay. Yeah, I know.
I might be well rooted somewhere else.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I don't know where to go from there, but okay, great date. Where did you go? Sarah's gone red.
Have I?
Yeah, you actually have.
Underneath the burgundy hat.
Me.
I have a date spot that I tend to go to. It's my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Gerald's Wine Bar in North Carlton, Rathdown Village.
Mm-hmm.
I love that place. We went there.
Do they have food?
Yep.
Okay.
Really nice Italian food. And yeah, parlez-vous français now.
What does one order on a first date?
Well, he was French, so we ordered a cheese plate and then
Mm-hmm.
we just ordered nibbles. We ordered French white wine. It was a really nice night, to be honest.
That's
Just
good.
spoke, and he lived in Paris, lived in Argentina before it. He's
Love
nice.
that.
I'm seeing him this weekend.
Sarah's back on the dating train.
Yes. Toot toot. But it's funny, right? So I was telling the girls that I've been out on a date. We have a friend who doesn't live in Melbourne, and she hasn't been on a date for like 18 months, and she's coming to Melbourne next week.
18 months.
Yeah. And she voice noted me, and she was like, should I get on the apps?
When you're traveling, 110%.
No, she's coming. Well, yeah, she's traveling to Australia. I was like, absolutely. And I was really shook by her response. And I voice noted her and said, I'm going to kick you in the head if you say that once more. She goes, what if I don't get any likes?
Oh, yeah, okay. You're definitely, whoever you are definitely going to get likes on the dating apps.
Well, that's what
There is so much on there.
And we've got a few comments on our Spotify about girls, great to be back, and other people in their 30s that are single. And I just want women to know that just because you're in your 30s and you're single still, and I'm not even emphasizing still, that you don't have worth and you're not valuable and people don't want to date you and people think there's something wrong with you. No, like, fuck that.
It's still your 30s too.
You are, like, get on there. Just because some guy doesn't like you back or doesn't respond back does not mean that you should not let that affect your confidence.
Absolutely. And I mean, I can kind of relate to that a little bit because I met Damien quite later in life, in my 30s. And I remember when I turned 30, I had like a fucking mental breakdown because I was like, I've been single for such a long time, because I was single majority of my 20s because I started a business at like 24 or whatever, and I wanted to travel and do work and be like this career woman or whatever. But I didn't meet Damien until, I was like 32 or something, like 32 or 33. Like, and I felt the same. I was like, oh my God, whatever, like, never going to find anyone. But you really have to, once you get those thoughts out of your head, you'll feel so much more free, and then you'll end up meeting someone. Because that's what happened to me. I just let it go. I was like, whatever.
How do you get those thoughts out of your head? The resistance of like, I don't want to get on the apps. What if no one likes me? How do you get over that?
I think it's just self-talk. Like, we talk about it with Solomon all the time. Like, I think those thoughts, you know how Solomon was like, name those thoughts in your head. Like, mine's Barbara, for example. For me, those thoughts are Barbara coming up. So I have to like kind of override them. Be like, you're an idiot. You're still young. Like, let go. And I also think when you let go of things, energy flows. So it's like you just have to let go and just be like, you're crazy. What are you talking about? You're amazing. You're a catch.
Our advice question's actually very similar to that this week. And I think if you have a big break from dating, I was going to say you have to get back on the horse, but not the horse.
Not literally.
Not literally.
I mean,
but you have to date.
Yeah.
And
Experiment.
I feel like the action of dating builds your confidence.
Agree. And also I had this thing before I had met Damien. I was like, fuck this. I'm just going to go on dates because I was a little bit like, oh no, like he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that, he doesn't drive this. And I fucking hate that I was like that, but I was. And then I got over it and I'm like, no, I have to actually date all sorts of different men, different like indie guys, sporty guys, all this, because I need to date different guys in order to know what's right for me. And I think once you start doing that, not playing the field, but like once you start letting go of what you think you want, you start dating, and then you realize what you actually want and what makes you happy. You let go of all that other stuff and someone does come.
Yeah.
But also I think and this used to happen all the time on dating apps too. I think you have to, you know how she was like, I'm worried I don't get likes. You will get likes, but you also have to be prepared that you'll match with someone and you will write to them and they won't write back. Dating apps is a lot of that. How many times do you match? I don't know if it still happens. I've been on dating apps for a while, but like how many times would you match with someone and you would not even talk?
I'm on
all the time.
Not that frequent. Like if someone doesn't write back to me,
Yeah.
I don't really.
And you have to be prepared and don't let that like dampen
your confidence.
Because it happens to everyone.
Yeah.
It happens to you, it happens to me, it happens to every single girl that I talk to that's on dating apps. It happens to.
And I think if you do go on dates and start liking someone and it's not reciprocated, that's okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The amount of like, it's happened to all of us.
Yeah.
And you know, like you will feel a little bit like, oh fuck, like I feel shit about myself, whatever, move on.
But I think you have to adopt the mentality like, okay, he wasn't for me, because the right person will not miss you by.
Oh my God. So true.
That's where I think a lot of people get stuck. They get fixated on one person, but that person's not your person if they don't want you.
A really good book that changed my life, and I think we've spoken about it before on the podcast like years ago before I met Damien, but the book Attached changed my life. It basically explains your attachment styles in relationships and stuff like that, and the fact that you said how you get fixated on one person, that is kind of an attachment style. And once you work out what your attachment styles are, I feel like for me that was life-changing.
Yeah.
Have you read that book yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I read it
we
with
read
you
it at the same time.
that summer.
Yeah.
And I presume like we're not in our 40s, so in your 40s there might be another layer to it, but I doubt it.
I know, still so like young and
in anything in life, if you want to be a better writer, if you want to be a better drawer, practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
So if you want to find your person, if you want to date,
I think that's a perfect time. I think whoever you are, you need to jump onto the dating apps when you are in Melbourne, because I think you'll be quietly surprised.
and go up to the person in the bar and start a conversation. What's the worst thing that can happen?
She should be.
Your fear is worse than the actual doing.
Yeah, that's true. But then isn't it funny, like, I don't know where this person is from. I'm presuming America.
Also, I'm also like on the flip side of that. I'm like, Tully, I'm not writing to him. He's got to write to me. I'm in my feminine energy.
Yeah, okay. Well, that worked for you.
100%.
So,
He
yeah.
messaged me and
Well,
halfway. I'm going to adopt this French persona for as long as this goes on.
So now that we've like spoken about your date, that was a long-winded dating life update.
But it was
from you.
also kind of like
Punchy. It was good.
Go the girls that are still single.
Yeah, agree. And we've spoken about this weeks ago with that Lucy Jackson thing,
Yeah.
like how she said she was starting over.
Sometimes you just need a little reminder that jump on the apps or go speak to that person or send that message.
Agree. Do you have anything else? Any other life updates?
Not really. Christmas season is upon us.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Christmas and
Yeah.
summer. What have you been seeing on TikTok?
I honestly haven't been online.
I know.
I haven't been online much at all.
We had a little like discussion before. We're like, and I said, I don't know what has been trending, but I do know there are a couple of things that I want to talk about that are in the news at the moment, and I want to
see what you've sent me, because that's how I can tell you what your algorithm is.
Well, I can tell you what I saw this morning. So on the weekend, Tammy Hembrow got married to Matt, who was formerly on Love Island.
Oh, I know what you've sent me. You've sent me heaps of Real Housewives about
That's another thing I want to talk about, Dorit. Yeah. But no, Tammy Hembrow got married on the weekend and she exclusively, her pictures went live on Vogue.
Mm-hmm.
She looked absolutely beautiful. She was in like a pale pink wedding dress, which I actually rated. I'm pretty sure it was Vera Wang. I rated it. I thought she looked like a princess. She looked amazing. But what I did, and I watched a video this morning of their vows and I actually cried. It was really sweet. Like, you'll probably see it trending on TikTok because a lot of people are using it as a sound. It was actually really sweet. Had me a bit teary. I am on my period too, but it was actually really, really beautiful. But actually what has also just come in the news too is a British actress. Her name is Betsy Blue. So what she did, she accused Aussie influencer Tammy Hembrow of copying her wedding in an Instagram story that has since been deleted. It was supposed to go on her close friends and the whole world saw it. And basically she's accusing her of copying her photos, some of her aesthetic at the wedding. Like there was this big, I don't know if you've seen her photos from the wedding, but Tammy Hembrow had this beautiful like tiered white cake.
Yep.
Photos like iconic. And she's standing on a chair in this cute little, probably her second look of the night or third look, and she's like cutting it and stuff. You'll see it now. Maybe we'll insert it in the YouTube. But this Betsy Blue had a very similar photo. So now she's accusing Tammy Hembrow of copying, but I'm like,
that's
ridiculous.
That's Kim and Courtney all over again. Everyone's going to take inspiration from everyone else. Get over it.
That's what I thought. I was like, and so she put it on her close friends and obviously it wasn't her close friends and went worldwide and then she deleted it. But I'm just like, get over it. I take, like, that's a compliment. If someone copied your wedding, take it as a compliment. You started that trend. You were
I don't know if that's how you would feel, but.
I think weddings, like, it's the same as like baby showers or like stuff like that. It's like, I remember when Rosa got married, like, fucking decades ago now, but all of us, the bridesmaids, were in white. And no one really did that. And then every wedding after that, since in Melbourne, everyone was wearing white. And I'm like, she started that trend. She is not posting about.
Very true.
But I also think weddings are different because they're all over Pinterest. Like I don't know if you use Pinterest much, but I love Pinterest. And the first place that I will look for inspiration for baby showers, not that I'm getting married, but baby showers I did, you go to Pinterest. If it's an iconic photo, it's going to be on Pinterest and she's an actress. So I thought that was a little bit ridiculous, bit petty.
Oh, well, they'll get over it.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think Tammy Hembrow cares.
No, fuck no. She doesn't care. She was in Vogue.
Yeah.
I don't think Betsy Blue was in Vogue.
I know what I sent you this week, and I don't know if this is the politically correct way to say it, but there is a sex worker sex worker? That's a loose term. A person who has been sleeping with a whole bunch of men.
Oh my God, I know.
And it's come out that they are transgender.
Mm-hmm.
And now people are saying these poor young guys that have slept with this person, what do you do? I
did see those videos and this person has come up on my TikTok before, maybe a few months ago, and how she had slept. This is wild. How she had just had a booking and slept with an AFL player. So, yeah, I mean, it's not funny. It's like, but yeah, I did see that person post that a few months ago.
I don't know how it all works, but if you are transgender, obviously you owe the person a conversation, right?
I don't know how. I don't know I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
I don't know. That's a good.
Someone
I don't know.
who is more educated on this, can you please explain how it works for us?
Yeah, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Yeah, and then another thing in the news that I'm pretty sure it hit today or maybe last night. It has now been passed that the ban for social media under 16. So that is massive.
I was actually going to speak to my niece, who's 14, about this, because in my head, if they are banned from TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, my idea is, I was going to say, what are you going to do? Just watch YouTube?
They're allowed to use YouTube, but I think, has YouTube got a
age limitation?
Yeah.
So no, that's where I think, and if you're involved with content creation that specifically targets people under 16,
you're going to have to move to YouTube.
That's what I think.
I don't know. I think it's like I saw, because I wake up so early, I put the Today Show on and I did see there was a discussion.
Such a mum.
I'm such a mum. There was a discussion between, I'm pretty sure they were like, I don't know if it was like Labor and Liberal, I'm not too sure, but it was in Canberra. And they were discussing, one was all for the ban and the other one was like, well, no, you can't monitor this, blah, 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 blah. And Carl, I can't remember who the other host is, they were like, no, we're all for this. And I agree, I'm all for it. It might be a little bit hard to monitor.
Yeah, to police it.
Like, how can you, if you've got a 14-year-old, like your niece, for example, she's banned on Instagram and TikTok, what makes her not being able to grab her mum's phone and go on TikTok? Like, I don't understand how it's going to work.
True.
Unless, like, I know before this we were talking about it, and I know Alicia mentioned it'll be face recognition. So maybe that will be something that will be implemented. But then if Australia, the only country, these companies are from overseas, I don't understand how it's going to work.
Me either.
Yeah. So I did see though, and I downloaded it because I'm an idiot, but I downloaded, there's this new app called Blue Sky. Have you seen this?
No.
So I thought, fuck, I'll download it, create a username, because I know, you know, when there's like a new social media thing, they're like, if you access this early and you start posting or whatever, you can go viral or Anyway, I saw it's called Blue Sky, and basically it is I haven't used it. I've just downloaded it. See, I haven't even verified my email yet. But again, I saw this on the Today Show. It is a new app that is trying to take over X, which is Twitter. Mm-hmm. And basically it's going to be like a bit more positive and not, you know how guys with X you can post whatever you want, like it's pretty like
can be rogue.
Yeah, it's very rogue.
It's not monitored.
So this app is supposed to be like a safe space. It's like tweeting and stuff like that. Like you just post like, hi, I just ate a donut or whatever it is. Like you post words, so like questions, statements, whatever, news, but it is all positive and I think it's monitored. So like I'm going on now.
What's your first post going to
I'm
be?
not sure, but discover. It looks exactly the same as Twitter.
Yeah. I don't need another platform. Thank
No,
you.
I know, but I was just like, oh, I'm going to download. And I downloaded. I'm like, okay, this is kind of boring. So, but I think maybe that was created too because of I don't know, just a safer space for people, for their mental health. I'm not sure.
Me either.
Yeah.
That's all on your
Yeah, I've got nothing else. Do you know what I actually want to listen to?
Wait, did you watch the TikTok awards?
I just saw it on my TikTok. I haven't actually physically watched it. I've just seen all the snippets.
I didn't know the girl who won. I did a stalk afterwards, but I did watch people's fashion.
It was interesting.
It was very interesting.
I'm not sure if it's the age group of TikTok, but like, you know who did look nice? Christina from Spooks and Kooks. Yes. She looked great. I know Paul Versace styled her. I feel like the Melbourne people that came in definitely came in elevated and like stylish.
You're both going to kill me. What's the young girl's name?
Al
Ray. I think Lance styled her.
She did. And I think the Melbourne people came in hot and they looked great. Like they looked actually polished. Mm-hmm. Every other state and every other, not a fan. Not a fan.
That's it for this week. Do we wrap up with advice?
Well, no, do you know what I was going to say?
Dimmy.
And I need to listen and I need to see if you've listened to it. Did you listen to the podcast with Kayla Blue-Eyed?
No.
From TikTok. Either have I, and I really want to listen to it. And I want to talk about it because I find her so fascinating.
Someone did. And someone...
Don't you find her so fascinating? And I think she's gorgeous.
I DM'd her. And if the TikTok and Instagram worlds can get this to her, I DM'd you to come on our podcast because...
But she went on Abby Chatfield.
I know, which is fine. I don't mind playing second fiddle to that. I have such a fascination with sex workers. And I've had this conversation on many of our episodes.
You still need to read that book that I read.
I know. And so someone did listen to the episode and they said that she has such a strategic plan of why she's doing it, how long she's going to
buy property.
Yeah, and set herself up, and then that's done.
I've seen her do it. I find her so fascinating as well, and I think she's stunning. And I think she's a really, really great content creator. But I saw her do a video months ago about why she was doing it. I think she's come from like not much and wants to buy property and investment properties and stuff like that. And I I don't know, I kind of have respect for it. It's not a field that I would personally work in. I find it fascinating, but I find her end goals not maybe inspiration. Like, she's got a goal. She's not doing it to fuck her. Well, she is fucking around, but I don't know. I just find her so not inspiring. What's the right word?
Fascinating.
Fascinating. Yeah, I find it very fascinating.
Well, if you can manifest Kate Forster, I can manifest her.
True. Is she from Melbourne? No.
No, Queensland, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, we're going to Queensland in December, January, so maybe we can get her on.
That's it?
Yeah, that's all for me.
Okay, well, advice question. Very similar to what we were talking about before. You might have a little bit more input.
Mm-hmm.
Should I go on a blind date my dad has set up for me? Hi. So I haven't had much success when it comes to dating, but my dad, he wants me to go on a blind date with one of his friend's sons. At first, I was opposed to it, but after realizing that I'm not that confident when it comes to dating in general, I feel like it doesn't hurt to try. Plus, this could be a practice run for future dates I go on. Is this a good idea, or is this something that I should avoid? I really need advice.
Great idea.
Great idea.
Great idea. I mean, it's hard enough. Like we were talking before, it's like when you are single, majority of the time, well, from my experience, majority of the time your dates are only from dating apps. Maybe that's because I don't really venture out. Like, I go to the same spots, I see the same people, so I'm not open to meeting new people. I mean, I'm open to meeting new people, but I'm not in venues or places where I can. So I'm all for it. I think, and you know what? If it doesn't go well, just practice. Dating is it's practice.
100% it's practice. And I think you just have to build up your confidence, and by doing things that will build up your confidence. But go in with the mentality, not does he like me?
Mm-hmm.
Do I like him? I think a lot of women going on dates and sit there opposite a person and they're like, do they like me? Should I act like this? Just be yourself. And do you like them?
That's actually really good advice, 100%. And I think, like we were talking earlier in the podcast, once you do open yourself up to that closed feeling of like, oh, I'm too scared to date. What if they don't like me, or I'm nervous? Once you open yourself up, I guarantee you people will start coming, like men will start coming to you. You won't have to actively be scouting, I suppose, but you just have to open yourself up.
Know your worth, gals.
Yeah.
And one of our favourite quotes, over the other side of fear
is freedom.
Bang.
That's a snippet. No, that's great. That's all from us this week. Next week, do we have...
I think we're going to have that very special guest.
Okay, great. We're going to end the year. Oh, actually, that won't be our last episode. So our last episode of the year, I just knocked the mic, sorry. But the last episode of the year we always do, and it's so fun. Will it be 24 things? Because it's 2024.
We can do that.
Yeah, so it's 24 things that changed our lives in 2024, or that we learned in 2024. They're one of my favorite episodes to record. So I'm going to have to start thinking. Obviously, my number one is going to be baby roller.
I think your list of things you've learned is going to be much. No, I don't know. We've had different learnings this year.
Yeah, different learnings. But, 2024, you were not the last episode, but I'm excited for that one because I love doing that.
I can tell. All right, I love you.
Love you.
Leash, love you.
Got the thumbs up. It's like my dad thumbs up. I don't know my dad's favourite emoji.
See you next week, guys.
Bye. Au revoir.
Bonjour, au revoir.